It's not time for the daily meeting yet. To what do I owe the pleasure of you waiting at my door? I take it there's something urgent you need to go over? Let me guess. Another explosion in Norma's lab?
No. Technician Norma's side is unusually normal today. Nothing's gone wrong for once, so you don't need to worry. For now. It's just that you're always on the move or tied up on field missions, ma'am. It's been kind of challenging to find a gap in your schedule. I've been camping out, waiting here in hopes of catching you for a moment.
Oh? Now you've got me worried. Did Airspace Patrol send a formal summons? But there have been no disturbances lately, which leaves only one possibility. Oh, there must have been some issue with the Bangbu annual inspection approvals.
No, that's not it, ma'am. You're always 10 steps ahead. The reason I came to see you today is actually something personal.
I see. Understood. I will proceed with your resignation formalities at once. My apologies for not providing you with a satisfactory work experience. Is this a potted plant? But its texture is somewhat rigid.
No, you've misunderstood me, ma'am. There's no way I'm resigning. You've always looked out for me. I just wanted to show a bit of appreciation.
You mean with this plant made of metal? How inventive.
Yeah, I made it myself. It's not as refined as something from Flint Workshop, and it's definitely not as pretty as a real plant. But I thought it might suit you better, ma'am. I mean, the ones we gave you before never lasted very long.
It's merely dormant. For that species, that is perfectly normal.
Huh? Do houseplants do that? But the ones from the Merchant Association also only lasted a few days.
Merely dormant. For that species, that is perfectly normal.
Yes, right, anyway, I just wanted to thank you. About your big decision, we've heard. We've all seen how much you do for us, so we completely understand. But what you've done for us, I'll never... But how am I supposed to go on without you?
I was only out for a walk. Didn't expect to stumble right into this touching moment. So, what kind of huge decision did you make, Velina?
I am equally perplexed here. A big decision I didn't even know about. Any ideas, manager?
If you didn't even know about it, then it doesn't really count as a decision. Plus, it sounds like something really serious. Nothing like my brother ate my pudding without asking level kind of stuff.
It is true that I've strayed a little from my usual schedule lately, but that hardly counts as any sort of decision. So, these entirely unfounded rumors. Seems I need to sit down and have a proper chat with someone.
Unfounded rumors? So you weren't caught up in some gang shootout?
If you're referring to those minor scuffles among the little ones from the Enna gang over charging ports, rest assured, they are reflecting on their behavior.
And you weren't set up and turned into a scapegoat in some political power play?
I doubt anyone of real influence would waste their chips on a mere administrative officer like myself.
So, you're not stepping down over any of that?
setting all those colorful theories aside, where exactly did you hear about this?
No way! Don't tell me this is the one rumor that's actually true! You're really stepping down?
Veli! Why are you still here? Weren't you supposed to be on vacation?
I'll have to postpone my leave. And I don't recall mentioning that to you.
I was passing by while you were talking to your family. I heard it by accident. I mean, you didn't even close your door!
Wait, Norma, didn't you say Miss Velina was leaving us?
Yeah, obviously there's no way she'd pick ESD as a vacation spot, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am.
It's quite all right. The vacation was only confirmed today. I should have informed everyone in advance to avoid any misunderstanding.
It's just a vacation. Aren't you all overreacting a little?
I mean, aside from official holidays, Miss Velina has never taken time off. Like, ever. If she's not at work on a weekday, it just doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm. Veli's like high-performance hardware, you know? She's got dozens of vacation days saved up.
I do envy all those vacation days. But being administrative director sounds exhausting. Handling all sorts of people all day? Yeah, no thanks.
It's just part of the job. If you're ever curious, I could always arrange for you to try it firsthand. Speaking of which, Norma, I remember that call took place rather late at night. At the time, you were...
I wasn't doing anything weird! I just stumbled across a few extremely promising subjects and lost track of time in the lab, that's all.
Any experiment conducted outside protocol must be reported in advance. Are you suggesting you'd like to revisit the ESD experimental protocols and regulations?
But there were no accidents this time, no equipment damage either! I checked everything thoroughly. No loose ends, no evidence. You won't get to cut my funding over this.
Your budget was already docked once last month, after all. I'd expected some pushback. Regardless, it's good that nothing went wrong. I trust our chief technician will keep it that way.
Huh. So Norma's experiments are actually under control. All those days I spent on edge of my desk, worried one of your spur-of-the-moment tests would blow me sky high. What a waste! Okay. Miss Velina's not resigning, and Norma's experiments are stable. Yeah, I'd call that a double blessing. Definitely worth celebrating.
So, a normal day counts as good news around here? What kind of life were you all living before?
To be honest, there's another reason nobody wants Miss Velina to leave. If she's not around, no one can keep Norma in check. By the way, do you smell something weird? It's getting stronger. Where's that coming from? It feels like it's coming from the lab. Wait, is that smoke? And are those flames?
Oh dear. So it has happened after all. Good thing I'm not entirely unprepared.
Wait a minute! There's nothing wrong with my experiment. It must be that dumb assistant.
Norma, let's put out the fire first. You can give me your explanation afterward, in detail.
Fine, I get it. Just whatever punishment you've got planned, don't cut my budget.
Yeah, Yep, called it. Never celebrate too early. Oh, that fire looks pretty bad, though. I'll help.
Want to go for a walk? I'll always make time for you.
City of Stars was an animated movie my brother and I absolutely loved as kids. I can't believe there are still copies out there. I had Wise check every supplier in the city and he couldn't find it anywhere.
I didn't know there was a whole story behind it. Well, since it's a film manager holds dear, I can't imagine it would contain anything objectionable.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Sampling all kinds of films is kind of an important part of the job for a video store owner. But this one is totally fine. It's just a simple fairy tale.
That's a relief. If anything non-compliant turned up, the follow-up paperwork would be quite the headache. Perhaps we should watch it together. I must admit, I am curious about your taste in films. I hope this request does not come across as presumptuous. Might you be willing to indulge me, manager?
Of course. Honestly, I'd be honored. I really want to hear what you think about it too.
I'd say this is less of a fairy tale and more of a cautionary fable. Quite thought-provoking. Wouldn't you agree?
Back then, I was probably too busy staring at all the stars and those ridiculously cool airships. Never realized it carried any grand message. Now I feel like it's something my brother would really enjoy, actually.
It seems this film brought back a piece of your childhood. I'm glad for both of you. At the same time, have you noticed that the themes of this film and certain specific parallels are a bit ill-timed?
No way, right? Sure, the film's set on an island in the sky, but floating islands are a classic motif in fiction. They're pretty common. Maybe the review doesn't need to be quite this strict.
If that were all, I might let it pass. But the detail about the 3 sister regents who govern the city...
I mean, movies always love numbers like 3, 7, 11. I'm sure Lady Sunbringer wouldn't read into something like that, right?
And then there's the part where the 2 peoples lived in harmony, only for everything to eventually fall apart.
That's not the same thing, right? In our world, Bangbu and human citizens depend on each other. But the 2 groups in the City of Stars just looked like they were coexisting peacefully. They'd been drifting apart for ages, and their cultures were just too different to get along.
And then there's the silver-haired villain, the Grand Chancellor who clings to tradition, refuses to adapt, and ends up a laughingstock. Is that meant to be a jab at me? Occupying my position without accomplishing anything of note?
Really? No, wait. That feels like a stretch. How could there be that kind of specific allegory? And the movies from years ago.
No need to be nervous, manager. I wouldn't actually interpret it that way. But some others might just take it personally, you know. As for the specifics of the film, let's set them aside for now. Since you hold it in such high regard, would you say it fully complies with regulations and should be widely promoted?
I just think maybe that's not what it was going for. It's not even a serious film in the first place.
That's a fair argument, as expected of you, manager. You seem to grasp the artist's original intent quite well. However, I'm sure you are familiar with this saying, once a work is completed, it no longer belongs solely to its artist. Interpretations surrounding a work can be manifold, and the less discerning the audience, the more easily they are swayed by others' readings. Which is precisely why fairy tales must withstand scrutiny from every direction. City of Stars is not aimed at adults. If someone were to exploit it and stir sentiments that deepen the divide between Rose Califer and the outside world, those innocent children and the naive little Bangbu may not be as capable as you are in distinguishing right from wrong.
Oh, I see. Wow, you guys at ESD really have to think about a lot of things.
You are invited to our island. It's only natural that you wouldn't notice these matters. In truth, Rose Califer maintains a cautious stance toward the outside world. Some residents aren't entirely welcoming toward outsiders. Of course, managing such complications is my responsibility. You needn't worry about it.
You always come across so composed and effortless, like it's impossible not to believe you.
You may praise me all you like, but it will not earn you any special favors, you know. Since you're so fond of this film, you can keep the videotape.
Wait, really? I thought I wouldn't be able to watch it with Wise. Who knew flattery could get you this far?
Not because of your compliments, I assure you. Do you recall? You are an honored guest of the External Strategy Department. As a precaution, however, there will be one condition. It's for personal collection only. No lending or renting it out. I trust you will remember that, manager.
This tape isn't just a piece of my childhood. It's a gift from you. It actually means a lot. There's no way I'm renting it out.
I am pleased to hear that. In that case, I will not take up any more of your time. As for those smugglers, whether it was mere negligence or something more deliberate, I believe I shall hear their explanations personally.
Velina's smiling like nothing's wrong, but... wow, that sudden chill down my spine feels so real. Fellow videotape lovers I've never met. Well, good luck dealing with her.
Welcome to Cup a Moment. Hope you have a pleasant day. Welcome to Cup a Moment. Hope you have a pleasant day.
Nothing soothes a weary soul like an afternoon tea break. Here's hoping tranquil moments like this stick around for us. If you're just looking for a moment to unwind, I happen to know a more comfortable place. Don't worry. The external strategy department will take care of any complaints. I think you'll enjoy it as well. Afternoon tea's just part of everyday life in Rose Califer. That said, the more traditional tea parties, those that require elaborate preparation, have largely fallen out of fashion. As for me, when it comes to hosting guests, a proper tea service remains essential. Naturally, I'm no exception. Besides, there are certain benefits in all that unnecessary effort. If you pay attention to your guests, their posture, their manner of speaking, you can learn quite a bit. Oh, sorry. I've been going on about something rather boring. You're interested? That's unexpected. In that case, would you care to attend one of my tea parties sometime? Most exchanges there aren't genuine. Words and manners tend to reflect one's position more than one's true thoughts. That's why someone like you, someone more free-thinking, has the potential to break through the stiffness and bring a fresh energy to the scene. Though, from the look on your face, you still seem a little hesitant. Indeed, even if you don't say anything, at a gathering like that, simply showing up already makes a statement. If you'd rather not get involved, I understand. I may have been a bit presumptuous. Oh, you're just worried about the etiquette? I thought you were trying to keep some distance from the ESD. Such a simple reason. Guess I was overthinking. In any case, there will always be a place reserved for you at my table. You're welcome whenever you choose to come. And I'll be looking forward to it. Not as an administrative director, just as myself. Besides, if you're there, I might finally be able to avoid all the probing and polite maneuvering, and just enjoy my tea for once. If you're unsure about the etiquette, I'd be happy to explain. Though personally, I think something more casual, like tea from a cafe, would suit you better. If you're free, we could get some afternoon tea. We're usually in such a hurry. We miss so much along the way. Here's hoping tranquil moments like this stick around for us. What is it? Would a cup of lemon black tea help perk you up? It's rare to have this kind of quiet. Let's sit here for a while. The Bangbu here call this fountain the Wishing Well. They like to toss bottle caps into the water and make wishes. In reality, there's nothing special about it. Just water and a handful of discarded caps. No one's meant to hear those wishes. And yet, the stories around this place have taken on a life of their own. Because every now and then, some of the shared wishes do come true. Usually through the work of the ESD, the city administration, or measures passed by the council. And still, many Bangbu citizens insist it's the fountain itself granting those wishes. Angels, wishing wells. The little ones tend to place their hopes in something beyond reality. But the wishes that truly matter are the ones you go after yourself. My wish? Are you offering to be my wishing well? Perhaps a trip to the ground. It may sound strange, but the first thought that comes to mind is usually the most honest. Being from New Eridu, you've seen far more of the world than I have. So this time, would you be willing to be my guide? You're not saying no. If anything, you look kind of excited. I'm afraid I might have to disappoint you. The ESD has been growing busier by the day, and Norma still needs someone keeping an eye on her. Now isn't the right time for me to step away, but in the near future, if by then you still feel the same way, may I ask you again, properly, to take on the role as my guide? Perhaps this fountain really does have a certain charm. Believing that a wish might come true. Feelings like that can be a kind of magic, don't you think? Well then, let's put today's business on hold for now. The view from CCD Square is wide open. You can see all of Bu Astrum from here. If you're just looking for a moment to unwind, I happen to know a more comfortable place. If you need to clear your thoughts, there's no better place than this. Standing here, it almost feels like you could reach out and touch the sky. My predecessor, the former director, used to bring me here quite often. That day, a day no different from today. Quiet, ordinary, nothing worth remembering. A skylark drifted into the clouds, chasing the red glow of the evening sky. The former director said to me, the sky is meant to be looked at, not lived in. Norma happened to be there as well. Without a second thought, she said, then we'll just make it livable. Even now, I still think that answer was a little naive, a little too reckless. And yet, at the time, I couldn't find a single word to argue back. My senior looked at Norma, who was so dismissive, and then at me, standing there at a loss, and just laughed. The next day, just as ordinary as any other, my senior resigned. And I became the new director. As I look back, it may not have been the most mature answer, but it was the most fitting one. After all, who wouldn't want to face tomorrow and look toward the future with that same kind of naivete? It seems I've picked up the habit of reminiscing. Thank you for listening so patiently. Or perhaps you simply enjoy a good story? If there ever comes a day when you'd like to share your own, I would be more than willing to listen. For now, if you don't mind, stay with me and enjoy the wind here a little longer. Every time I come here, my thoughts seem to drift farther and farther, beyond the distant clouds. Ah. Ah. Well then, let's put today's business on hold for now. He wanted to see me? He really didn't need to go to all that trouble. Angel, you say? I suppose I'm still not used to that title. I have a guess as to who it might be. Would you mind telling me his designation? I will need to verify the relevant records. That won't be necessary. Your account was perfectly clear. I have met him, and I'm aware of his fondness for strawberry-flavored batteries. I am very sorry. He will not be coming back. His logic core has sustained damage, and the degree of degradation far exceeds the retirement threshold. Although he has not reached the standard decommissioning age yet, he... Regrettably, even our chief technician was unable to intervene. In this regard, I am far less capable than she is. Please, rest assured, he will begin a new life in Janus Quarter. I'm the one who let him down.
Velina? Hey, are you okay?
Ah, so you were here all along. I did not notice. My apologies. Conversations such as this are not uncommon. Don't worry about me. Still, would you take a walk with me? I would appreciate the company. Yesterday, CCD-L12-0421 said goodbye here to his home. His name is Elfo. Before he left, I gave him a strawberry-flavored battery. He was overjoyed and called me his angel. I was quite taken aback. I thought perhaps some fragment of his memory had been unexpectedly restored. But it was just a coincidence. He no longer remembered that the battery I gave him had once been a gift from him to me when we first met. Should I call that fortunate or unfortunate? In fact, Elfo had already foreseen his own end.
Wait, so he knew he was going to be retired, and he still wanted to see you? He still believed in the angel?
His friend did not lie. He believed the angel could help him. But what he sought was never a cure, not even the preservation of his memories. What he wanted was for me to waive the formalities, the approvals, the announcements, and carry out the retirement process quickly so he could leave without anyone noticing. He doesn't like farewells. He did not wish to upset his friends. That was the only thing I was able to do for him, and the only request he ever made of his angel. Elfo's friend was right. Maybe there never was such a thing as an angel. Just a witch, standing above, passing judgment under the pretense of granting a second life.
A witch? That doesn't suit you at all. Allowing them to continue bearing excessive data would only accelerate system failure. Retirement is a safeguard. It protects them. The ESD has been trying to improve Bangbu's logic cores for that exact reason, to reduce the side effects and preserve their memories. That's what you've always believed in. That's what you've always been doing, right?
I forgot myself for a moment. As you said, indulging in self-reproach serves no purpose. Still, I did not expect to see such a serious expression from you. This walk was worth something after all.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? I can be serious too, you know? At least half as serious as you.
While I may take issue with that phrasing, I will accept your meaning for now. What I just said was not entirely spoken in haste. If I must choose one single identity, which may indeed be more appropriate? The little ones believe in a flawless, idealized angel. Someone with two faces is hardly suited to be their symbol of faith. And all that set aside, the role of a witch does offer certain practical advantages.
Velly, there you are. I practically turned the entire outpost upside down looking for you.
Norma, take a breath. Slow down. Is there an urgent situation?
It's that coward again. Signed the agreement, and now he's backing out, making a scene, refusing the core upgrade. I've already got him tied down on the test bench. Come on, we need to get back now.
I don't quite understand. Even with Velina there, if the Bangbu doesn't want to do it, you can't just force him, right?
Ugh, you don't get it. As long as Veli puts on that sweet smile and plays the villain for a bit, and I smooth things over after, Bangbu fall right in line. We've done this a bunch. Works every time.
Isn't that just good cop, bad cop? Poor little guy, getting played like that?
This, I believe, is precisely the sort of perk afforded to a witch.
Yeah, but more and more of them aren't scared of Veli anymore. Not sure how long this is gonna keep working. Anyway, we gotta go now!
Then we shall take our leave.